Turn the land and pull the sea. You can't take the sky from me.
Seriously, where is the LOTI podcast thingy? It should be right here.
What thingy?
The Twitch.
Let's see, what else could we do?
There we go. Am I not following you? Am I not following LOTI? I'm not. How did that happen? I'm on the show and I'm not following.
Wow.
I don't think I'll have it notify me when we go live. I'll be on it. Okay.
Oh look, Squishy Dragon's now following us. Just be sure to pause your video.
It's mute anyways.
No, I meant to pause it because of the stream. It actually uses bandwidth. So if you pause the video, it's going to help on our...
It's paused.
Okay, that's all. That's why I say that.
Okay.
Oh, did you have a pack?
Yes. I bought one earlier today.
I've been starting to save up my gold for the upcoming expansion.
Yeah? Okay. Back to reading this stuff.
Hey guys, sorry for the delay. We're waiting on a certain co-host who got the day wrong again. So, be just even after we stressed it last week that we're going to do it Thursday this week, that we were going to record on Friday. So he went out thinking we were not going to record. So he's on his way back as we speak to join us.
I kind of like the Twilight Whelp because it just sounds like it goes, Welp. Like, that didn't work.
That didn't work.
Welp. Why are these so tiny? Show me a bigger picture of it.
Right click on it.
Well, I'm searching for them. I'm looking at the ones in my deck that I can craft, and then searching for them on the internet so I can get color.
Hearthhead has them all in like a single page.
Now you tell me.
Hearthhead.com. Hmm. I'm not getting far with this guy here. Just hitting him 1 and 2 is not really helping much. Swipe. Well, I'm not going to talk about it yet. We're going to talk about that on the show. Got lots to say about it.
Stay tuned, folks.
Squishy doesn't. She's like, I don't know what it means.
I know nothing about it. So I can tell you all about my opinions on it, because I have no clue. I think the changes are awesome. And they're going to be, just good for the community and all that.
Monumental.
Monumental. There you go.
I'm going to record for a second to make sure my level is set right. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Wow, the whole hero power crew is here. And hopefully, I think it was Versika. I hope is feeling better, doing better.
I don't think I'm doing this right. I'm just trying to find the cards.
Which card?
Any, all.
Howard the Dave.
I tell you, sitting here, I'm starting to get sleepy.
Don't start that.
I'll start yawning in a minute. So, will you just send me the link to it or something? Because this isn't working.
Sure. One second.
Great.
Actually, I think I have a better page for you then.
Oh no. The little feet thingy on my microphone is stuffing up my paper. There's a dinosaur on it.
Move the paper. You shouldn't have it on your desk right
It is
now.
a massive piece of paper.
I don't care. Get it away. Don't hurt it.
Yeah. Plus, it's covered with colored pencils. And a little Hearthstone.
Let's see here.
There we go. And then
Hey, Howard, Dave. Okay, so I've got to turn this up even more because it is not picking up loud enough. So I'm going to test it again real quick.
scoot closer to the mic.
And just say something one more time.
Scoot closer to the mic.
Say that one more time.
I did say that one
I'm
more
kidding.
time. How many times do you want me to say it?
As many times as it takes. Okay. Let's see if that's any louder.
Don't mind me. Well, there goes my idea of working on my dinosaur. While I wait. Let's move it.
Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, I'm going to lose this game. Yeah, the old silence druid's killing me. So we're waiting on Espo. He made a mistake and thought it was we were recording tomorrow night instead of tonight. And he's on his way back.
He just misplayed, so.
Yep. So I was going to play around here while we're waiting.
I could have been on Guild Wars.
You were playing Hearthstone now.
Well, I was playing Guild Wars.
Your soul shall be mine.
What are you saying?
Oh, I like that. Fire Dragon quit. You win this time. Okay.
Thought you were gonna die.
That was already happened. That one already
Oh,
happened.
okay.
Yeah. So do you have it up, the game up?
Hearthstone?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Then you need to play me.
Great. I'm dead.
No.
Oops. That's what happens when you bump the desk.
It's a friendly challenge.
We'll see how friendly.
Let's go with this guy. Mainly because I don't remember what this deck was all about, except that miscolor was involved. He should be here within moments, probably the next 10 minutes.
Well, if I can stop sneezing, that'd be good. Okay.
I'm going to play Hunter against you.
Why? Why do you torture me?
I'm kidding.
Good, because concede. There we go.
No, it is the Shaman.
That's a horrible deck there. Oh, that wasn't any better.
I will take it easy on you. I'm only going to really try one thing.
Well, me too. Apparently.
I have the card I want to play in my hand.
It's acting a little funny over here. So.
And that is not the card.
No, that was not a good card. Because I have like all high cards, which is unusual. Normally I get, a fairly good amount. So I'm like, okay, I need to draw a card. So I draw a card. Nothing.
Nothing.
That was my second highest card that I drew.
Oh.
Oh no, and I got the same thing.
Oh boy, it's okay.
This is horrible.
It's okay. We're getting into the higher mana levels anyways.
Let's see. Is a totem a minion?
It is.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, if it's on the board, it's a minion.
I should have done that next turn so I could at least use my daggers to attack.
Well, that's actually really good because I can't do anything about it. All I can do is poke it with the spider fang.
Well, I definitely feel like I've gotten a lot better at Hearthstone.
Well, that's good.
Ooh, cool card back.
Well, thank you. This is the card back you get from completing Heroic in the Grand Tournament.
What's with you and these death rattles?
Well, I've already explained it, Ariama, but you left before you heard the explanation. Espo got it. Espo made a mistake.
He did. He misplayed.
He thought the show was recording tomorrow for some reason. And so, with us having these really crazy schedule mix-ups lately, it just kind of threw things off. So we're waiting for him to show up. He should be back home in about 10 minutes, and we'll get going. Okay, watch and be amazed.
I kind of don't doubt it. I have a horrible hand. Ooh, that was amazing. You used the coin. Well, that's rude. Poke.
So that card I've really never been able to play much.
Oh man, that stinks. I had a card that could finally do something about that, but yeah. Oh, crumb cake. That's not what I thought it was.
Oh, you thought it was the taunt?
I did think it was a taunt. As
But
soon as
actually-
I put it down, I was like, "Oh, that's what that is." Wait, how much attack did that one I just killed? Oh no, okay,
4.
good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did I just kill the wrong one? Because
No, that was good, actually. Because he had 4 health. And that was a good one to get rid of. Hey, Twister. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. We're waiting on Espo to arrive home.
Shouldn't have done that, I guess. Oh well. Quit poking me. Or is it touching me? Something like that.
Stop touching me.
Was it poking me? I really don't remember. Would you stop that with your totems? Where is my fan of knives when I need it? Of course, that would only kill off 2 of yours, but hey, it's better than that.
Now what?
My
now what-
hand! I don't know what... It's you.
No,
I'm just lucky.
no.
That's the problem.
So which one are you going to take out? You sound like a Murloc.
I do sound like a Murloc. Let me think. Could do that.
Not bad. Ooh, that's a good play. Now,
Thank you.
take out the totem between them. Yes.
Oh,
Take that one out. Your healings made that survive one turn, so.
Unfortunately, I did not get to use my daggers, so not much attack, but, survived. How rude. Somebody's poking me. Oh, you don't have that command. Ha ha ha.
Oh, Espo is online. Could it be? Let me add
Killing off my stuff.
Espo.
That's so gross when you poke the little spider things. Or at least I assume that. Ew, gross. Man,
Yo.
this deck is horrible. Well, this whole deck. Hey, I hear him.
Man.
What is going on, guys?
We are on the stream, by the way.
I know. I heard.
You heard.
Yeah. People have been talking.
Were you watching the stream?
No, I was watching the waiter fumble with our Olive Garden to get us out of there.
Oh, dude, you're actually eating?
Yeah. It's
Were
all
you
good,
just
man.
finished?
Kind of. It's all right. It's all good, man. It's all good. My brain, you got to understand, my brain is, my memory brain, yeah. I looked at my text messages and I was like, oh, I said yes to recording on Thursday. And my wife, she's like, yeah, you have a serious problem with not reading text messages and just answering. Yeah. See, my thing was, I think what happened, did we record on Friday last week?
Yes.
I think I just missed.
Yeah, I think I just misplayed. I think what had happened was I had thought it was last week, and I was like, oh, we're recording on Friday, because I don't remember recording last Friday. I don't. Oh, Shaman. I can't do Shaman.
You need to stop, Dad. You need to just stop. Where is my fan of knives? I need like 5 of them. I still haven't gotten it.
You missed earlier. I was able to play Miss Caller.
Oh, dude, I had a guy play Miss Color against me earlier with a Reno deck, and it was bad. He turned his hero power into do +2 damage. It was awful. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was playing my Dreadlock deck, and it was yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
All right, let me see here. Okay, so top artwork from Blackrock Mountain. So
that was probably a bad idea.
We got to save it for the show. Save it for the show.
So pretty much show notes are ready for you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
No news this week either, so kind of a slow week, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to have to wing it.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to, but it's just so hard.
But you're just demolishing me anyways. What is with you and these totems? Go, just poof, poof.
Go
totems. What totems? What totems? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You've got like 9 totems on the board.
I moved my office around.
Okay, fine. I'll put this one over here.
Know if the camera was still okay.
Looks fine.
I
can't see him.
The hand's in the way, but
am I centered? Am I good?
I can't see him at all. So.
You can't see the cameras?
No, I can't see Espo.
Oh, geez. How about now?
Nope.
I saw you. You were fine.
On what?
On
the Twitch.
Not on Skype.
Well, I should be on both.
Yeah, he's on Skype.
I'm not, then
I don't see him on Skype.
Oh. Did you accept my video? Because since we're not friends on Skype, you have to actually accept my video.
It didn't ask. It usually
creepy, like old man.
I am so dead.
You know, those creepy old guys that try to add you on Skype.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't see the show notes until I publish the show. So that'll be tomorrow. or tonight.
Oh, so Twister 980 says he can't see anyone.
Well, you can't see anybody on the streams because I'm streaming our game.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you're holding your own. You're doing well. Don't worry.
Now that everybody's talking, I'm like barely paying attention. I'm like, oh, this and that and this and that, and then the rope, and then
Okay, I'll give you another totem. Maybe that'll help.
How will that help?
Oh, wait, it buffed my totems. Whoops.
Great. Just pinky.
Okay, then
I have.
I tell you what, I'll give you another
literally
totem.
my hand.
Okay, so we'll just give you another totem because. Oh wait, that buffed my other totem.
I don't even know what any of these do. That. Oh my. Just kill me now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just kill me now.
Okay.
I have.
Moving on.
What? You're not supposed to concede.
I had to.
I had two.
You did really good.
I had 2 daggers and poison in my hand. That's it.
Ouch.
It was a horrible, horrible hand. I never got a fan of knives. I didn't get my usual stuff. Oh, now it's asking if I want to accept it.
Yes.
Good grief.
Well, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to drop you guys for a second and call you back to get you in the right order, so I don't have Espo looking like Fastidious, me looking like Squishy Dragon, and Squishy Dragon looking like Espo.
Hey, that's scary.
1 second. That's good. Close that, close that. There we go. Now we are back together again. Now, Squishy.
What?
Move your camera to your right.
Wait, you're saying this way?
It needs to go that way.
You sure?
Yes.
Is that better?
Oh no, it didn't even move.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a lot better.
Well, it
Hey,
will
no,
work.
keep going.
Here.
No, not that way. The other way.
Yeah, you
I
can't-
pointed that way. No, I pointed that way.
Right, I moved it that way.
No, go the other way.
What in the world? Wow.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
See?
Wow.
You're saying to go this way, right?
No, that's going towards
No,
the wall.
you're pointing that way on the screen. There, is that better?
A little more, just a hair more.
Better?
Fatter hair. Like a rabbit-sized hair. There you go.
There, is that
That's what's
good?
going, what are you talking about?
Is that good? Are we good now?
Yes, that is fantastic. Espo.
Now, which way do I need to move?
Back. I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
Nice shirt, by the way. I almost wore that.
Yeah, when I put it on, I was like, should I wear this? Because Fastidious might wear his, but that would be cool. I'd be all right with
Then
that.
I'd feel left out. We're all gonna have to get Legend of Zelda t-shirts.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of, Espo,
Yes.
you need to get me a hoodie or a shirt that you want painted with the Hearthstone.
Or another option for you is if you know that you have one that you like at Target
Okay.
or something like that,
Sure.
let us know where it's at. We can go there possibly and see if they have it in extra small. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Or do you need extra
little
large?
guy? I'm a little guy.
Extra large children's sizes?
That's right. That's right.
That's what Ari does. Except she gets me
Five-
children's.
5'10", 160-pound little guy.
Okay, well, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Okay, hit record. We're going to rock through this. These little-
You didn't send me the link for the card backs, did you, for the card art?
Yeah, I did send the Skype chat.
How would you do? Oh, okay. I don't see it.
It was in the old Skype chat.
Does that mean it's gone?
Here it is. Copy link. Go to the current Skype chat. And paste. There you go.
It says you're typing. Oh, that. Oh, okay, gotcha. I did see that earlier. I just didn't realize that's what it was. Okay. Hang on, let me try something with my lighting.
No, we're not late. What are you talking about? We're always on time. Always. We were waiting for you.
Precisely when we want to.
We were waiting on you.
When you want to.
That is a really tall mug.
Yeah, well, Darth Vader's a really tall guy.
Oh, did you see? Yeah, you probably did. Did you see the cartoon version of Star Wars in
Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes format?
Oh no, I missed it.
Oh, it's good. It's awesome.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes is pretty cool.
Okay, think. Mountain card backs. Got it.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to
Wait.
start the show.
Okay.
No,
So-
not card backs.
Card art.
Art.
Card art.
Art.
What am I clicking on? What's this?
That's never a good thing with this
What?
show.
She needed to see the
Why
card
am I-
art
Oh.
without being in game.
You could play it. Oh, that's yeah. Okay, yep. There we go. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so here we go.
You know, this whole time I've been trying to add Joy as a contact on Skype, so we didn't have to keep sharing. And I don't know how to do it.
I already added you.
You already added me?
Yeah. Or it sent you a request anyway.
I declined. I didn't know who you were. Sorry.
Didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't say Squishy Dragon. No wonder.
Random women sending me friend requests on Skype. I usually just decline.
Wow.
I don't blame you.
All
I've
right.
seen a few of those myself. It's like, what? Who are you? I don't know you. Goodbye.
Wait, you're in my Skype account? Never mind.
Yeah.
Moving on. Blue cow. Little louder, Vestidius.
Aha!
Little bit more.
Hold on.
Just tiny bit more.
That's Squishy's fault.
I'm not doing anything.
Aha!
There you go. And how about your level? Is your level fixed this week?
It is. I've actually checked it, and things seem to be much better than it was last week.
Good deal.
So
Dude, show notes look amazing, dude.
there's a lot in there.
Yeah,
What?
I need to work on my part, but I'll add them as I'm speaking.
No worries. Just make
All
sure
right.
you don't focus too much on the show notes.
Well, what I'll do is I'll have you guys type while I talk about it.
Okay, cool.
Just
Well, if you know what you're going to say, don't even put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, here we go. I'm hitting record now. Too late. Don't you even think about it. You're listening to Legend of the Innkeeper, the Hearthstone podcast for casual players. Welcome to Legend of the Innkeeper. I'm Vestidius.
And I'm Squishy Dragon.
And I am Espo.
And welcome again. And this week we are got a little stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about the new announcement that came out recently. And we're going to be talking about the new announcement and the things that are related to the announcement. And we're going to talk a little bit about what Blizzard talked about this week, which was the announcement. So, yeah, that's it. That's the show. Just giving you a heads up.
Good job, team.
Apparently there was some news this week, and we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, let's just talk real quickly. How did your week go? Is there anything that you want to share that you did this week, specifically with Hearthstone? Squishy Dragon.
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, I played some Guild Wars, so I won't talk about that. But yes, I was doing my my challenge this week, which is battling the Innkeeper. I've been doing it on normal, not extreme or whatnot. 2 battles against 2 different classes. Well, one battle against 2 different classes.
So basically, what you're saying is you did try to beat 2 different of your opponents on 2 different classes.
I don't think that made it any clearer. But I think so, yes.
So which ones?
Yeah. Normal. Yeah, normal. And I did the Mage and Warrior are 2 that I beat and won and all that. I lost the Mage once, and then I won the next time I tried it. I tried playing Hunter because I was going to go in order. I conceded. I skipped it. And then played Warrior. And I thought I was going to lose at the Warrior for sure because he had like 23 health and I was down to 4. And I ended up winning, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Good way to come back.
Yes.
Well, good.
Good deal.
I do want to interject real quick and say, by the way, last week we had some audio issues. When I was doing the editing, I realized that. So if last week I was quiet, yes, you're right. I was quiet. I know it's shocking, but yes, it was me. But I couldn't fix it in editing, but yeah, I fixed it this week. Hopefully everything will be fine. I just want to mention that. So in case you were wondering, yeah. Anything else you want to share about your week then with Hearthstone? Squishy?
Squishy? Oh,
Yeah.
see, your video froze and Skype is kind of freaking out on me, so, about my week you're saying?
Yes.
Well, that's kind of what I just said, so.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you're good.
So.
You're good.
Perfect. Espo, what about you?
All right. So this week I got some quests finished, and that's about it. I again had a busy work week with the teaching and with the sporting goods store. So yeah, not a lot of Hearthstone was had. I did get in and play a few brawls. Made a warrior deck, a shaman deck, and well, I'll talk about it when we talk about Espo mode. But yeah, I got to finish some quests, and that was pretty much it. I stuck to my advice to Squishy Dragon, and I X'd out the 40 gold quests and went for the 50, the 60, but I didn't get any hundreds. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, I did play a few games, not a whole lot, just here and there, and I did play the Brawl. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we'll just preface it by saying I'm not a real big fan of this one. One, we had 2 create your own deck brawls in a row, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit. I was looking forward to a non-create your own deck brawl, so that's what I was thinking. But other than that, I've been mainly playing a priest deck of my creation, which is a Confessor Paeltress stealing deck. So lots of stealth, stealing cards, like Mind. Wow, I'm blanking out here.
Stealth stealing cards?
Not stealth stealing, but stealing. Thought steal. Thank you. Just came to my head. Thought steal. See, somebody stole my thoughts. That's a
I
problem.
was just gonna make a comment on that. I was just gonna comment on your thoughts being stolen.
Yes. So thought steal, convert, and what's the other one? The one that it takes it off the board and puts it in your deck.
Which one?
Priest card.
Entomb?
Yes, Entomb. Thank you. I always forget the name of that card. I can see the picture, which should remind me of the name because it's pretty entombing. Anyways, but that's been one of the deck I've been playing with, and I've had actually no success whatsoever. I'm still sitting at rank 19, unfortunately. So,
And
but
since
it is
we're
early in the season.
calling out the ranks, I went from 17 to 20 real fast.
Oh, great! Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's improving, right?
And
Those numbers
I
going
don't-
up.
Did we mention where we ended up?
Nope, we have not. So,
Rank 10.
good job.
Rank 10.
Not quite as good as you were last month. What happened?
No, last month was 5.
Work schedule happened, right?
Work, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. Work and Rez has me into the Diablo. So
Yes.
and I gotta I'm gonna blame it all on Rez because Matty J and the rest of his clan, I think, is that right? Guild clan.
Yes.
The rest of his clan have me clamoring towards more Paragon levels. Yeah, it's trying to stay ahead of Yongwu. Let's put it that way. That's my goal. I want to finish the season ahead of Yongwu. I'll be
Nice.
pretty happy about that. So.
Okay. And for rank, Squishy, where did you end up last season?
I assume 20 because I got the card back. Somebody
Yep.
helped me out there a little bit.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
So
She made it to 22 on her own, and I just helped her get over that last hurdle to make sure she got her card back.
Love is in the air now.
That's
You can
right.
use your love is in the air card
kill
back.
it.
Wow.
It is a little gaudy. It's kind of too pink for me. Too much pink for me.
Well,
Oh
I was a little
my.
annoyed. I know I got rank 15 at one point during the season, and I
Okay.
ended the season at 16.
Hmm.
So
But
I don't
what
know what
did-
happened.
Your chest still said 16?
Yep.
So the game broke. You got to turn in a ticket. Say you hit legend, but it showed you at 16.
Yeah, I don't think I could get away with that one.
Since we're kind of on the subject of getting the card back here, I do want to say I'm proud of Blizzard, and I don't know that we've mentioned this on the podcast yet, but in the past, you would get a card back the month after. It would be like, okay, guess what? Pumpkin card back. You'll get it November 1st.
That's right.
Okay. It was kind of odd. So it looks like Blizzard is finally being proactive and they're giving us our card backs before the actual holiday or festivities happen.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Which is cool because now all month, if you are into that sort of thing, you can show your love by, donning that card back. So
That's right.
good on Blizzard for doing that. And good on Blizzard for making a cool game because I definitely miss playing it this week.
Well, I'm looking at the card back now because I hadn't actually seen it yet, really.
Okay.
It's really pink.
That's what I said. It's like a godly pink. Like they were like, well, let's put some pink here, and then a little bit of pink over here, and then
And then
kind
they
of put
actually
pink
dumped the can of pink.
all over this area. Pink.
And it's like sparkly and looks like frosting. It's kind of like, wow, that's a little much. But, it's kind of like so overkill that you almost like it.
Oh, someone's having their mind changed.
I think my favorite is still the Heroes of the Storm card back. So
Okay.
Well, I'm still sticking with my heroic grand tournament card back for now.
it's got some
Heroic?
cool animation.
You mean heroic League of
The-
Explorers?
League of whatever. I'm sorry. What?
Staff of Orient.
Yes, League of
Ordination.
Explorers. Excuse me. Yes, thank you.
And I tell you what, dude, you should because, correct me if I'm wrong. We've been friends since the game has come out, and I don't think you've ever defeated all the heroic bosses in an adventure until League of Explorers. Correct?
Right. Correct.
So,
still happened.
and I am proud of you, dude, because that is an accomplishment. That is an accomplishment, and I think you should don that card back. Good job, dude.
And even if I did beat heroic on for Naxxramas, I would not use it.
No, you don't think so?
No, it's ugly.
You
Not
know,
my
like
favorite.
Nefarian's wings? That's kind of what it is.
It's just creepy. It's creepy
Yeah.
looking, slimy.
I really like the Exodar card back. It's from Achieving Rank 20 September though, of 2015.
Well, I tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. Somebody make a note. Next week, favorite card back art.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can do that. That'd be fun.
Okay.
There we go. So, for those of you that don't know or you haven't been introduced correctly, I of course teach art, and Squishy Dragon is a very famous artist. So, so we've changed our top 3 each week to have something to do with art. So this week, actually, are we ready, guys? Do you want to?
Well, let me just say real quickly, the other thing I did this week was
Oh, I'm sorry.
a lot of promotion for Squishy's stream
true.
on Twitch.
It's true.
I've been trying to get her people to come see what she's doing, because right now she's doing this incredible picture of a bloodfin raptor.
Oh,
It's
dude.
amazing. Have you seen it? It's on Twitter. Go see your Twitter feed.
I showed my kids.
Did you?
I wasn't gonna say anything yet. I was gonna save it.
But I've been working on that, and get this, two nights ago, I decided, it's a bloodfin raptor. Let me tweet it out to @PlayHearthstone, and that way, it gets a little more attention, right? So I sent a tweet out on her account saying, "Hey, I'm working on a bloodfin raptor in celebration of the announcements that just came out. All this stuff." Within minutes, they retweeted it and said, "It looks amazing. Can't wait to see the final thing."
Oh snap! Nice.
So around here, everybody was going, "What? All right!" Yeah, they're cheering and stuff. So all excited. So now
I know the feeling. I've been there. I know the feeling.
It's like
So-
I don't even know what to do anymore. It's like feel so unworthy. No.
That's like when Yang Wu retweeted, or no, did he retweet or he tweeted at me?
Yes.
He tweeted at me when Tavern Brawl was debuting or something. I stopped teaching and called Ariana. Like, hey, check out Twitter. We're famous. That's awesome. Congratulations. And you deserve it, Squishy. You are an amazing artist. And my kids, yeah, I showed them your dinosaur, because obviously elementary school kids love dinosaurs. I mean, I don't care. Boys, girls, they love dinosaurs. So I showed it to them, and they were like, "Oh, it looks like it's real." And I was like, "That's right, guys." And they're like, "I'm going to practice," because I told them, if you practice, you'll become a good artist. And they were like, "I'm going to start practicing now." And I'm like, "That's right, you can do it." So
That's so awesome.
they were in awe. They were in awe.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And if you do want to catch her stream Monday through Thursdays on twitch.tv/SquishyDragon, and it's DRAGN, not DRAGON. And you can see it in the show notes at the bottom. Okay, so top artwork this week we chose. Last week we said we would do Black Rock Mountain. So lots of deliberation. We dug through all the cards. We looked at them. And do we have a final decision?
It doesn't look like it. I'm looking at the show notes and I see 5, and we're only supposed to have 3.
Well, let's get the easy ones out. Mine was Dragon's Breath. I love the dragon flame and the mage throwing that flame around. It's really cool. I remember when that one came out, and we were covering all the new cards and stuff, and I remember that was one of my favorite ones in there. So that's the one I chose. Really simple, mage for the win.
I almost picked that one. I was going to pick that one, but then you picked that one. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, why didn't you just add it to your list?
Because you already picked it. Or else it would have
the
been.
list.
Espo, what's yours?
Well, mine is the Axe Flinger. So when I saw this card art, I love dwarves. My first character in WoW was a dwarf hunter and just loved the dwarves. So seeing him with those giant axes, it's so cool. He's so awesome and stout. I love it. So I had to choose Axe Flinger, and shout out to Dragon Rider DK, who also loves the Axe Flinger.
Well, being dyslexic, I saw that in the show notes and read Alex Finger, and I'm like, I don't even know how that would be a card. So Axe Flinger makes way more sense.
Larva Shark was there too. Larva Shark. So don't feel bad.
Yep. Okay, so I picked a couple because I liked several of them, but I think my top one is going to be Druid of the Flame because I liked both both the Firecat form and the Firehawk form. I just thought they were really cool, and I think I prefer the Firecat personally, because he looks so ferocious and he glows. But I also picked the Dragon Egg because I really liked the colors. It had, lots of purples and oranges and greens, and that's cool. And I also picked the Dragon Consort just because it's a dragon, and dragons are awesome. So.
Well, actually, isn't the Dragon Consort not really a dragon?
Well, he looks like a dragon.
It just
So-
seems, yeah. It's a consort for a dragon. But
So that's my top 3. Hey, you
It's
said
magic.
top 3. I picked my top 3.
well, I'm glad you
You're the-
limited
you're
it to
the-
3 cards. Okay. Well, this week we've had some bits of news. Oh, I do want to say, first of all, unfortunately, Espodamus was wrong. You were hoping I wouldn't bring that back up, right?
No, dude, I'm all for saying if I'm wrong. Like this morning, the principal tells me, she says, Espo, you need to fix the bells. The schedule's all off. The bells are ringing totally off. I said, let me go in there and fix them. So I go in, fix them on the computer, walk out, and knowing that I had done everything correctly, get outside, and it's still like 6 minutes before the morning bell's supposed to ring. The bell rings immediately as soon as I go outside. And there's like 5 teachers standing out there knowing what I was just inside doing. And I put my hands in the air and I said, I did it. I did it wrong. Like immediately fessed up to doing it wrong. So, yeah. Even though, they couldn't have said anyone else did it because I was like, I'm going to go inside and fix the clocks. I come back outside after fixing the clocks and they were wrong. So, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
So I will be the first to say I was wrong, but I will say that I was close to knowing something was up. I just felt a rift in the force. I felt something was going on. And
Yeah.
they made an announcement saying that there's going to be an expansion.
Yes,
So-
they did. Okay, so technically you were still wrong, but you were closer to being right.
Yeah. So in
Because
theory,
I think
not even in
officially
theory.
your
Officially
statement
wrong.
was, your statement
Officially
was they
wrong.
were going to announce an expansion at what was it PAX East or PAX South? Yeah.
Yeah, I said there was going to be an announcement at PAX South about possibly an expansion. Officially, I was definitely wrong, but I was still I was closer to.
Yeah.
I was.
By the way, it's going to be at PAX East is when they're going to do the announcement. Unfortunately, it's going to be in April. That's my guess.
Oh.
So, anyway, so there are some significant changes coming to the game. Blizzard came out this week and they released a big blast of changes that are coming to the game for the long-term benefit of the game to make it more resilient for the long term. And over again, Ben Brode and all the team over there came out and said, the biggest thing we're trying to do is trying to allow Hearthstone to be around for a very long time. We don't want the game to get overburdened by way too many cards, which happens with these types of games. Most of the time, a good history comes back from CCGs, collectible card games, which are physical cards where you can purchase. Pokemon was one, Magic the Gathering, the original.
Well, those are TCGs, trading card
Trading
games.
cards. Excuse me.
Physically trade the
CCG
cards.
is
Yeah.
computer collectible.
Well, collectible. They're collectible card games, which I guess they can be one and the same, but some people will argue they're not.
So the big difference is those were physical games versus the digital situation here. So what happens is when you get a card game like Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering, they keep adding new cards. You get to a point where you have 500, 600, maybe even 1,000 cards available. It makes it extremely difficult to balance that. Extremely difficult to get to a point where cards aren't actually causing issues with other cards because of interactions between the cards. And so they have to do something to keep that from happening. So what's happened is Blizzard's come up with a plan to address those issues, and they talked about it this weekend. So here's what they told us. The main piece of that is that there's now going to be 2 new play modes. And what this means is what we do today, everything we do today where you're able to build decks with any card that's available in any expansion, any adventure is going to be renamed. It's going to be named. Officially it's called Wild Mode. And that's just really what we have today. So it's going to be a little confusing because what they've added is what they're calling Standard Mode. And the Standard Mode is what is going to be used for tournaments, official tournaments, and also for BlizzCon going forward after this change happens. The difference between Standard and Wild is that the Standard Mode will only include the basic and classic cards, and then any cards released in the past year or the prior year to that. It will in that same year and the prior year. So, for example, this first one that happens is actually going to happen here in the spring of this year. And when that happens, all the existing cards are going to be available except for the adventure and expansion that was released in the very first year, which was Curse of Naxxramas and Goblins vs. Gnomes. Those cards will no longer be a part of the first standard season. They still will be available to be played in Wild Mode, but when it comes to tournaments and competitions and official events, they're going to be playing with the Standard Mode. So that's really the biggest piece. And then what's happening is they're going to now allow you to have two different ranking options where you play in competitive mode, where you're trying to go up the ladder. That mode is going to have two separate different play modes. You're going to have Wild Mode and Standard Mode. And you can level up in either one of those, or just one of them. Whatever one you end up in at the best ranking is what your final ranking will be for the season. So if you like playing Wild Mode and want to play with all this, you'll be ranked against other players who are playing Wild Mode. You will not be ranked against other players who have playing Standard. Same with Standard. If you're in Standard, you won't play against people who have Wild Mode, so it's a fair battle. And say you get ranked 13 in Wild Mode, but you end up getting ranked 6 in Standard, then you're going to be ranked 6 at the end of the season. And you'll get the benefits and the things for that. Capiche? Good? Easy? Understood?
It's pretty easy to understand. For somebody coming from a TCG background, it's easy to understand because the Wild TCG did a similar thing, where what they would do is they would take the and rotate these expansions or card collections. So they would have a card collection would come out. That means that one of the older card collections would go ahead and fall to the wayside and become just like a legacy. They didn't really have a name for it. It was where you would have all the cards, which we are now calling Wild Mode, where you can use all the cards. What I like about this is the fact that Basic and Classic will stay in both. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously they'll be in Wild, but they will also be in Standard, and they will always be in Standard. So you'll always have those Basic and Classic class cards, is what I'm trying to say. So those spells, you will always have them. Now, the spells that came out with Naxxramas, you won't have those in Standard, but you'll obviously have them in Wild. You'll have all the cards in Wild. So I like the way they're keeping Basic and Classic in there, because those are your staple cards. When we talked about it 2 weeks ago, we were talking about building your collection with Squishy. I was talking about getting all the classic cards, making sure she ranked up all her classes to get her basic cards. Mm-hmm. There we go. I knew this was going to happen, so that's why I told her make sure she gets all those classes. Yeah, aha. Yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah. So, but yeah, I do like the fact that they're doing that, because those are your staples there. So, very cool. And the fact that when you win a brawl, that pack is not useless to a person that's only playing Standard. Right. Like if you win a brawl and get a classic grand tournament pack, and you're like, I don't play Wild, I only play Standard. Mm-hmm. You know, so that means in a year I won't be able to use those cards that I just won in a brawl. So I think what they're doing is good. I think this is something that had to happen if they wanted to have life in the game. It's obviously great for new players. Last week we talked about how frustration sets in, or it doesn't set in, it just happens as soon as you start the game. So this will keep that frustration kind of at bay because you always know you have standard to fall back on. Your collection is going to be somewhat more on an equal playing field with other players in standard, whereas in wild, you know, people could have a full collection of all the cards. You could be a brand new player, only not even have all the basic cards, you know, and just you just feel inept. You feel like, wow, I don't have any of these cards. I have no idea, you know, how to play. This is crazy. So I think it's a great step, and I'm glad they're doing it now and not waiting any longer. This is good timing. So.
Well, one of the other interesting pieces to this is that the developers also mentioned they are going to revisit some of those classic cards and class cards specifically to consider, quote, balance changes. And the balance is going to be keeping in mind both of these modes. It isn't going to be just balancing towards standard. One of the biggest balance questions that came out of that is they mentioned specifically Druid, who's going to have some changes and tweaks. And Ben Brode said the number's somewhere between 2 and 20 cards, but not near 20. So we'll see what that actually entails. But that could make things a little interesting, even with those classic cards, because there are going to be so many changes there too.
So, with what I said, Squishy, about the new player not being so frustrated, from what we've kind of went over so far, how do you feel about this happening?
I think I have a general idea of what happens, is what is going to happen. Basically, I think it would help in that there won't be, you know, constantly adding new cards that you have to memorize along with the old ones. You know, you'll have kind of the same set amount of cards that you have to know. And so that's good, because you're not going to be constantly feeling like, oh, they added a new one. I was just learning, you know, the beginning one. Now I'm going to have to learn even more. So.
It's very true, yeah. So all you'll have to learn is what everybody else is learning, and then a few prior to that.
Yeah.
So
now, makes it easier to catch up.
One of the other big pieces of news is that all the game boards will remain in the rotation. So we get to keep all our game boards. That's good. Save it to play.
Yeah.
That was important. No,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of important because it adds some spice. You know, you don't want to see the same game board all the time. So there should be an homage to Naxxramas, you know, because if you're playing in standard, you know, you may be like, oh man, I really like the Naxxramas, you know, board that we used to play on. It's too bad it's not in here. So, you know, you got to still pay homage to those great, you know, adventures. So yeah, keeping those game boards, they have to do that. They can't do away with those.
But if they keep some of them in, you might be able to get the Black Seahorse. So.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you got to get the Black Seahorse.
Got to get the Black Seahorse.
Now, one of the other big pieces of this that I actually didn't put in the show notes, I'm like, what? Or didn't put this in there. But as part of this process, when they bring out the first change that happens with this, like we said, the following decks, the following expansions adventures will be included. You'll have the basic, the classic. You will have Black Rock Mountain, the Grand Tournament, the League of Explorers, and this next expansion coming up in the spring of 2016. What's going to happen is the Curse of Naxxramas and Goblins vs. Gnomes are actually going to be pulled from the store. You will not be able to purchase and play those adventure or be able to purchase those packs going forward. So kind of a shock a little bit that they're actually pulling these out of production, so to speak. But one thing that you're going to be able to do is you will be able to craft these cards individually with dust. So you couldn't do that before with Curse of Naxxramas because it was part of that adventure mode. So now if you want to be able to craft just Loathep to play with your wild deck, then you can do that. If you want to craft just a single card out of Goblin versus Gnomes, then you can do that. You could do that before, but this way it's still available through the dusting process, the creation and part. But it's really interesting that they're actually pulling those off of the store and out of there. So.
Well, another nice thing is, or I guess it's not really a nice thing. It's kind of like a hints and tips. So you see all these sets, and you might be wondering, how do I know? I can't remember what all cards were in these sets. If you go into your collection, and I think we have talked about this the past 2 weeks, but I just want to reiterate, with all these sets, you can actually single these sets out in your collection by going down to the little book in the lower left-hand corner of your collection, clicking on that, and it actually lists all the sets, which is really cool because then you can go in, you can say, oh man, look at this. Dr. Boom will not be included in Standard this year. Oh man, you can kind of, single those out and just get a feel for what will be in Standard and what will not.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There's a little hints and tips for you.
Okay, so now the other little piece I want to mention is something we've been really looking forward to for a very long time. It's been well shouted out about on this show, but they screwed it up.
Yeah, I know, right?
What are you thinking?
I don't.
Okay.
They didn't do it. No, they didn't do it. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. They just changed it a little. They shuffled the cards around. Okay,
Yeah.
so what we're talking about is they are going to be adding deck slots.
It's a shell game.
They said they're adding deck slots. We're going from 9 until 8 to 18. Woohoo! Right? Except you have 2 modes now that are going to require decks that are different for each of those modes. So if you are playing wild mode, you can build up to 9 decks in wild mode, and then you can build up to 9 decks in standard mode, or you can build 18 decks in one or the other, I assume. But isn't that just really basically what we already have? It's you kind of have 9 for either one.
So well, I guess to say you have the option of making,
Is this true?
We don't know. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, and see, that's where I'm at. So I've done a lot of research. Like I said, I've been working quite a bit this week. I've been wanting to do research. It's funny because in between my classes, I have like 4 minutes, and I'll get online and like try to, because I want to know these things. And I guess I could probably, look a little bit harder, spend a little bit more time. But so I wanted to know if that was the case. Like, was it a case where, because right now I'm feeling like you have 9 slots for standard. When you go into wild, you have 9 slots for wild. Right now I have a feeling that they don't give you an option to do like 18 decks and, 18 of them can be in standard, or you can choose to fill them all. Like, I don't know how they're going to work that. It would seem like they would give you 18, and then when you go into standard, whatever decks are standard will show up.
Well, think about this. When you play right now in casual versus ranked mode, it's all the same decks.
Mm-hmm.
And you go up there and flip a button saying what mode you're going to play in. So It's likely to be the same thing. And what you're going to have is a page of 9 and another page of 9. And then
I'm hoping that's the case, because for them to go, hey, more deck slots, and then you click on wild mode, and it's like your collection is inside of wild mode.
Right.
But I don't believe
it's not the case.
do it that way.
Unless
so
they do.
So it is not the case.
Unless they do like 9, and then you select which one you want, and it switches the decks that are in there.
I think that's what he was saying. Yeah. Is that I'm pretty sure that I think I saw a screenshot that it showed a 9 of 18 on the bottom of the little thing. So basically what you're doing is you're on that page, you'll see your 9, and you can go to page 2 and get 18 total. So you could have 18 decks in standard mode.
So what you're saying is when you go into your collection, you build a deck, it'll say what kind of deck do you want to build, wild or standard?
No.
And you would build, oh no.
No, you build your deck. But then when you switch modes, it will tell you this deck has cards that do not qualify.
I don't think
Because
so.
I read a tweet on that, how they were saying that when this launches, you're going to have some decks that will show you that these cards don't qualify anymore for a standard deck. And there will actually be X's over those cards. Like it does now when you have...
oh, wow. That's not good. I don't like that.
So that's what I think is going to happen, is we're going to see that you'll have your decks that are standard and your decks that are wild in the same collection.
I don't think that's very new player friendly. I don't agree with that, and I don't think Blizzard would do that. But they'll probably hot fix that, because that's not.
Well, we'll see when it comes out, won't we?
Yeah.
And maybe we can ask and find out.
We need to ask and find out.
Yes.
Oh, geez. So many questions. But big news week, right? We still got stuff to talk about. I mean, people have been talking. Yeah, there is more. Go ahead, Vestidius.
Well, one other thing I wanted to mention was Ben Brode had an interview. He spoke with PC Gamer. And one of the quotes that I thought was interesting was he said, well, the standard is going to grow and shrink over time because we're going to launch that first new set. And the key phrase here I wanted to mention or point out is he said, it will be a big set.
This is the news I was talking about. See?
You're right.
See? This is it.
And so, for him to stress the word big set, that to me tells me it's going to be more than 130 cards, because that is our 131 cards was our biggest set we've had launched so far. Or 132. I can't remember which one. But that was a big set. However, for him to say, oh, it's going to be a big set, then that means we're going to be, what, 150, 200 maybe? Could it be more than that? I mean...
I'm thinking around 200. I think that's a good number.
It's a great number. I've even heard 100. But that's a lot of cards to try and work through. But I guess in one aspect of it, they're looking at, well, we've got to replace a set and an adventure that we're pulling from the game. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of cards in there that are vital to a lot of the builds. How can we reinvent those cards with some tweaks that would make it even more interesting? So, actually, chat room Avantis just said is 146 in GVG.
Okay.
47 in Grand Tournament.
There you go.
So 200 actually wouldn't be that bad then. That would be quite a bit of cards then. So.
Awesome.
Okay, well, there were several FAQs that were posted on the post for Blizzard, and they answered a bunch of questions people were asking about this whole situation, and I wanted to cover some of those because I thought they were fairly informative. One of them was asking about how will do random effects work in standard mode. That's with summoning minions and cards and the discover mechanic and all that. It says that it will only summon cards that are eligible for the format that you're playing. So standard ones would summon only cards that would be usable in standard format. Wild would be allowed, would summon anything, pretty much, as they have normally. So good to know. And it's interesting they're putting that intelligence in there with those random effects. Other question was, will Tavern Brawls use formats? So, well, Tavern Brawls have different rules each week. Some brawls will be wild, some will be standard, but they'll all be crazy fun. Guaranteed.
Fun guaranteed. There you go.
That's right. Okay, then can I earn a Hearthstone Championship Tour points by competing in ranked in both formats? No. That is a no. Standard is the only format that will offer Hearthstone Championship Tour points for 2016. So that's a big change. And all official esports will be played in standard format. That is now the official format for the Hearthstone Championship Tour.
Yep.
Now, since this is a big change, and this is going to really upset the balance in the game, I wanted to kind of identify, just kind of bring to memory, bring back to your recollection cards that you're going to be seeing go away when you go into the standard mode.
And can I preface this?
Yeah.
Just for you, for those of you who are kind of listening, kind of not listening so far, this is standard mode. These cards will no longer be in standard mode.
They will,
Wild mode is going to be the mode you've been playing all along. Nothing's going to change, and you can still rank up in wild mode. You just can't earn Blizzard championship points. That's wild mode will be the regular mode you're still used to. Don't worry, these cards are only going to be gone in standard. So, yeah, don't go crazy.
Well, calling it wild mode makes me feel better about playing it. You know, you're not just playing the standard. You're like, oh, wild, I can never achieve that. Now it's like, oh, I am playing wild. So.
Yeah. So again, Squishy. So I want to get your feeling as a new player, because this is interesting. This is something that I think they did because of new players. So again, what do you feel? You've heard a little bit more.
I'm still kind of a little bit lost in all of this. It's a lot of information and such.
Okay.
It sounds good. The new deck slots are a little iffy, because you know if they are or if they're not. But yeah, I mean, I won't be doing any tournament stuff anytime soon. So it sounds like I'll just keep doing what I have been doing. And again, you know what I said about the decks coming and going, or the collections, or
the sets.
The sets. There.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes. I think that'll be fine as a newbie, because then I'll have less cards to, you know, remember. My only concern would be, do I need to be playing these now so that I can get the cards? But I believe you're saying that you can craft them anytime, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
do you think going forward, once they patch this, what mode will you be playing?
wild.
So you'll be playing wild. You'll go interesting.
It's the standard. So I mean,
what you're used to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So wild would be what you're used to, where it's all the cards. So you're going to see Dr. Boom. You're going to see a Noyatron. You're going to see all those cards that you don't have yet. Whereas in standard, you're going to be closer in collections to those people. But I like your gumption. I like the fact that it's wild. Let's go for it. Right?
I mean,
that
may as well.
Yeah.
I'll probably try both, but and see what I like from there. So.
All right.
Well, some of the cards, there's actually a pretty big list if you want to see them on the show notes. I'm not going to actually touch base on all of them, but I do want to mention a few of them. One big change that's happening is a pretty big, significant card type is going to go away for the most part, just with the cards currently in the set, and that's the mechs. The mechs, that whole type of card, came about in the Goblins vs. Gnome expansion. Yes, there have been other mechs that have come along since then, but a majority of them were all in that pack, or that set. So we're going to see a lot of these going away. For example, Noyatron, Mech Warper, Clockwork Gnome, Spider Tank, and Mechanical Yeti. These are some of the cards that actually are used frequently in a lot of decks. However, I expect that we will see a few mech cards in this next expansion to help replace some of the ones that are going away, since that is a viable.
I say good riddance.
Well,
there are all these things about mechs have, more power or whatever. I'm like, what are these mechs? I don't know what the mech cards are. I don't have any. And, when someone comes out with a mech deck, I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? I don't know these cards. I don't know how to combat it. So it's like, please take that one.
Okay, so then some of the neutrals that are going away. And when we say going away, again, this is just in standard mode. Sledge Belcher. That card is used in a ton of decks. It is a very big staple. Another big one I like is Death Lord. Bye-bye. Your Nerubian Egg. Yeah, the Nerubian Egg's gone. Powdered Shredder. That's in almost every single deck. That's going to really hurt. Mad Scientist, which is really big in secret decks. Haunted Creeper. You got your spiders that split up. That one's going away. Antique Healbot. Painful card to get rid of because that's a huge heal. That's going to go away.
Unfortunately, Ariane one isn't here, but I need to say, Hobgoblin's going away.
I will mourn for her. No!
And even worse, Mogre the Ogre.
Sad, Ari.
It's a sad day.
Yeah.
Sad day.
And then two of the other big used cards is Kel'Thuzad is going away. And, of course, as Buzz already mentioned, Dr. Boom. Or Dr. Balance. He's unbalanced now.
Yes.
So, then I went through each of the classes. Each of the classes has, most of them have significant cards that are disappearing from this standard mode. Paladin, it's going to have the Shielded Minibot, and Muster for Battle will go away. Those are some pretty big cards right now in some of the decks that we've been seeing. Warrior is going to see the disappearance of Death's Bite, which is that weapon that does 4 damage, and then after it's destroyed, it does 1 damage to all minions on the board. That's been a big trigger for a lot of Warrior cards. Warlock, Espo, your Implosion's going away.
Dude, this, I'm going to play Wild. Obviously, I'm going to play Wild. So, but still, it's a hit. It makes me sad. Because if I ever decide to do tournaments again, it'll be...
Implosion was a good card in there.
Oh, yeah. And Void Color.
Yeah.
And the other one going away.
Oh, goodness. So then the Shaman. And some people may have the opinion that all the cards need to go away, but in this case, it's Crackle is one of the worst ones that's going away for them. Priest. I pretty much was going to name all of them, but I'm becoming a Priest familiar. I'm really enjoying Priest. It's so much fun to steal stuff. Light Bomb. I love this card. This is such a good board clear. Such a way to defend yourself, and it's going away. Velen's Chosen. It's a nice way to get the little extra damage. And I do have to mention Vol'jin. Their legendary card. I don't have it. I would probably like to have it, but yeah, I don't have it. So, Mage, Goblin Blast Mage, going away. Flame Cannon going away. Duplicate, and even worse, an unacceptable, unstable Portal. That is my RNG box of fun. So.
Well, that's a depressing conversation.
What, me talking about Mage or me talking about what cards are disappearing?
Maybe we should just list all the ones that are staying.
Well, that would take a lot. So Rogue, Tinker Sharp Sword Oil is going away, along with the Goblin Auto Barber. And Druid has a few cards going away, but no one's going to notice. I don't think. So nothing really is going to affect the Druid decks, I don't believe, except for the neutrals. And Hunter, we mourn the passing of the Web Spinner. Now the only question though, what about the Ball of Spiders? The Ball of Spiders will still be there.
Oh yeah, so you'll get your Web
So
Spinners.
you can still get Web Spinners.
There we go. I approve. I am going to mourn the loss of the Glaivezuka, because Glaivezuka was a staple in my Face Hunter deck. So if I'm ever going into a tournament again, I can't. Well, you know what, though? I have a feeling the reason they're coming out with this big next set is because they have to make up for the hole that this list is leaving. You know, Vestidius just mentioned all these cards. Well, we may be sad, but guess what, guys? In their mind, in Standard, they have to make up for all these lost cards. So we may be hollering in Wild saying, oh my gosh, there's now 2 versions of Glaivezuka. This card almost does exactly the same thing. Because, see, in Standard, so we'll probably see a little bit of this issue, where in Wild, you'll have 4 different kind of, you're going to have different versions of a
Dr.
card.
Boom.
Yeah,
like 2
right.
Dr. Booms.
In essence, they're going to have to. I feel like they have to do something like that.
Yeah.
Where we're losing the Death Lord, but they're going to come out with a card that is similar, because you have to keep Standard viable. You have to keep it exciting, where Wild will always be exciting. But now Wild will even be more exciting, and it'll be harder to build those crazy decks because you'll be like, oh man, I got 3 different cards that do the same thing that I get to choose from for this. What am I going to, So it's going to be cool. I'm very excited about this. Good stuff is coming. Please don't feel like this is ruining Hearthstone. Don't feel like this is hurting Hearthstone. This is only making Hearthstone better. If you are a veteran player, think about how all the new players feel. Yes, like Squishy said, she's very new, so she's still trying to learn the basic and the common cards. So this is still overwhelming. And to understand this, if you aren't coming from a TCG background, it is a little daunting to go into this and kind of, wrap your mind around what's happening. So just be patient and keep listening to those Hearthstone podcasts, because they will tell you all about it.
Probably well more than you ever want to hear. So I did ask the question. I started thinking about this from a new player standpoint. And I asked the question both to our Facebook group and to the Reddit Hearthstone group. Just kind of threw it out there as a question. So what about the new player? Let's pretend you just started playing the game today, or you know someone who just started playing the game today. And knowing what you just heard announced, if you're paying attention to it that day on Tuesday, what would be your suggestion to that new player on how to proceed? Would you suggest that they buy the first wing of Naxxramas so that they can have it? Because it's going to be going away. You won't be able to play the adventure mode. So for somebody playing today, would it be a good idea for them to grab just the first wing so they can actually play through the adventure later on when they're able to do so? Do you go out and buy a bunch of GVG packs just so you can have all the cards you don't have? Do you save your coins for the next expansion? Or do you go buy classic packs and craft the cards that are the new cards that are craftable for the classic and the base, and get your basic cards? So what are your thoughts, Espo? I got some general consensus from the groups, but I wanted to see what you had to say.
What about the new player? Well, the new player, I kind of mentioned it a little bit when I was referring to Squishy. So the new player obviously is still going to feel overwhelmed. This is a lot of information. They barely know about the game. Now there's an announcement that the game's changing to what looks like a huge change. In theory, it's not such a big change. This is gonna, it is a big change if you're planning, if you are striving to be a tournament player, it is a big change. You're gonna need to totally change the way you think about this game. Back when I was playing the TCG, we would be, constructing, theorizing decks, and we would always be thinking ahead. Well, this tournament is going to fall on this day, which is after this set is released, which is after this other set is gone. So we really need to concentrate on practicing with these new cards, or practicing with these cards not in the deck, because in 6 months they're going to be gone. So as a tournament player, if you're a new player and you're planning on being a tournament player, there's a lot of stuff you're going to have to start thinking about, especially if you're not used to TCGs or you're not familiar with TCGs. If you're just a new player into this game for fun, nothing's really going to change. Mm-hmm. And in fact, nothing is going to change. Because I suggest, like Squishy said earlier, which I was very proud of her for, because I knew what I was going to say, I suggest you play Wild. Play Wild, have fun, watch those new cards, watch those interactions, get excited, get into that Naxxramas adventure, get all those cards, get into those adventures, enjoy the game. Don't worry about all this stuff. Unless you are planning on being a professional player, or at least being tournament viable, just enjoy the game. This isn't going to affect the casual player on a crazy level, really. I may be totally off on that. This may totally affect for some reason. I can't foresee it right now. But as I stand and as I'm thinking about this in my limited amount of thinking about it, I don't really think this is going to affect the casual player. I still think you should go out, get those adventures first. Obviously Squishy being a dragon lover, She has toothless growing out of the back of her head right now. That's killing me. He just looks like he's just like you formed your hair into the shape of toothless.
That's just creepy.
So I would suggest, go out and get Blackrock Mountain, get all those dragons. Then, get in there, get Naxxramas. Then get League of Explorers. If anything, just because there's such great games to play within the game.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Those adventures, game within the game, very cool. And I've said this 100 times, it teaches you how to play the game. It teaches you how to build decks. It teaches you problem solving within Hearthstone.
However, somebody mentioned that to Ben Brode in the question and answer on PC Gamer, and he said he doesn't feel that those adventures actually help a player learn how to play the game.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was rather interesting he said that. Well, let me say another big, huge reason why you should get the adventure packs. Huge. Card packs.
That's a huge reason.
Because you can't get those card packs if the adventures disappear.
That is big.
So, and if you're a collector like I am.
Yeah, my thing is, if I'm saving up for the Blackrock Mountain, I'm learning how to play the game while I do that. So, if you're trying to get Blackrock Mountain just to learn the game, you're going to learn it along the way anyways, because you have to, get the dust to get that, so.
Well, one thing I would probably suggest at this moment, even though you've been saving up for Blackrock Mountain, I would put all your gold towards buying the first wing of Naxxramas before this launches. Because they said if you do purchase the first wing with gold or money, either one, before the change happens, then you will have the ability to continue unlocking each wing of the adventure as it goes through with gold or whatever after the changes happen. But if you don't, and they remove it from the store, you will not be able to purchase that.
Whoa, wait a second.
You didn't know about that?
So what you're saying is, I'm a new player next year.
Yep.
I will not get the option to play Naxxramas?
Nope.
What?
The adventure is going away.
I won't,
It has to come back sometime.
They actually did say it may come back in the future.
Okay,
but
because see, back in the day, even when these cards went out, okay, you
just
could
wanted to show.
still, yeah.
Any excuse, right?
Okay, so you couldn't play with these cards anymore in tournaments, right?
Right.
In what we're calling standard, you couldn't play with these cards anymore because they weren't in the game, right? And I know these are adventures. So this is what we would call an adventure. This is
on the audio is he's holding up the TCG multiple
and that's
those types of packs.
Yeah, so these are the WoW TCG adventure modes, we'll call them. You couldn't actually use these cards in tournaments, but it would be like me not being able to purchase these anymore to have fun with them.
That's right.
That's I got a bone to pick. That's
Yep,
oh
so if you want to be able to play through these adventure packs, you must purchase at least the first wing prior to the changes going in place. So if you're looking to do Naxxramas and want to do that, you need to do that soon before this launches. And you only have to buy the first wing. We don't know yet.
Oh.
We just know it's going to happen sometime in the spring of 2016.
Spring's coming.
Our guess.
Spring is early this year, isn't it? The groundhog? It's not good.
The guess is that it's going to be announced at PAX East, but they'll announce it before they actually have it go live. So, because last year, the last expansion, what they did is they announced it and it was out within a week. So we could see it, an announcement, and then them saying, okay, but it's available on the following Tuesday or something. So that will let you know how close you are, whether you want to purchase or not.
My night is ruined.
All this depressing talk of cards going away, and now this.
Don't take my Naxxramas.
Well, you'll still be able to play Naxxramas if you have it.
No.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be a new player, and I'm going to want to play an awesome game because Espo said adventure modes are awesome.
Well, let me tell you this.
But now I can't. Oh.
As your consolation prize.
No, there's no prizes in this. I'm angry.
Wild mode, will be a fun guaranteed on steroids.
I'm angry.
So we actually want to call it Wild Espo mode. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Wild Espo is wild right now. It's happening. Jeez. I gotta talk to somebody. I'm gonna need counseling.
yeah.
So, Squishy, you were going to say something?
Just gonna say that the last FAQ we have is someone wanted to know if there is a Squishy Dragon card back coming, and as far as I know, there is not, but there may be T-shirts eventually. So.
Well, okay, you heard it first here.
And yes, that was the one who asked that.
All right.
I will start the petition to a card back.
Well, we did mention to her, you know, with Blizzard seeing your artwork on this Bloodfed Raptor, they do commission out for artwork for their cards. Just saying, you know.
Pretty awesome. So, Hearthstone or Blizzard, if you're hearing this, I am available for work. Anytime, my schedule is very empty.
And if it's not, I will clear it.
Yes.
We can do that. We can do it.
Okay, well, that's pretty much it for the huge announcement. There's a lot more coming. We're going to hear, I'm sure there's people talking about this all week. It's been a lot of FAQs out there, lots of conversations happening around the discussion. So we'll probably have more next week too. But let's talk about this week's Brawl. Espo, if you can handle picking yourself and putting yourself back together just for a few minutes more.
I might be able to. I'll do it for the listeners because I'm
do
just
it for Squishy
doing right now. All right, here we go. Let me pull myself together. All right, in this week's type of brawl, we have Blingtron's Beauteous Brawl. So we have an awesome chalkboard art of a boxing ring with Blingtron with a sack of weapons. Blingtron is ready to rumble. He changes your hero power to get a random weapon, and he gives you random weapons. So it's pretty cool. He randomly just throws weapons at you, hit your hero power to change weapons. Very cool. I made 2 decks this week with this. One was a weapon deck with the Spiteful Smith and Dread Corsair, Orgrimmar Aspirant, and an upgrade and a few other weapon buffing cards, and had a lot of fun. Did some cool stuff. Then I also made a Shaman, and you know it didn't go as well. But then again, Shaman aren't known for their weapon buffs. But pretty cool. A fun brawl. Very good. I'll try. I'll try, dude. I'll try.
I like the first weapon you get. Did you get the same? I don't know if it's the same every time, but the foam swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, what does that do?
They're 2 attack, 2 durability, foam swords. I love that. It's like cool.
There you have it. It's like our little green mod swords in Twitch chat.
You can't believe how sad I am.
Well, I will tell you this. I did not like this brawl, mainly because we did have a build your own deck last week, and then I was expecting one that was not build your own deck this week, and I had to build my own deck, and I was like, I don't want to build my own deck. I just want to go brawl with something that you give me, and it's fun. And so I went ahead and built my priest deck, because I've been doing priest with every brawl because I like the stealing aspect of it.
You know, it's making people mad.
And entombing, because I remembered the card name this time. And I actually tweaked it a little bit, and I put in the Espo's favorite golden acidic ooze and a few other card buffing. Basically when I search for weapon in the when I was creating my deck, and any of my cards I had that would boost weapons or would take advantage of having a weapon, I put those in my deck. So I use that to a tee, and I ended up playing, I think, 3 or 4 games before I actually won. It was not fun for me. So I would prefer if it had something different.
So, Squishy, did you get to Brawl this week?
I did not. I've heard about it, and my friend Nightfall trying to explain it to me, but I have not played it this week.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Well, that about wraps us up here. We did get an email this week. In fact, it actually showed up today. It was pretty cool. We had a friend of ours from the EU. He's sent us an email, and he wanted to welcome Squishy Dragon to the show, and he wanted to say how good the last few episodes were. And he's been playing for about 8 seasons, but he's really enjoying the way we're helping her get up to speed with the game and giving out really great tips. In fact, he's picking up something new just about every time. He did want to make the suggestion that Squishy tries using the Hearthstone Innkeeper application, which is really useful because it helps keep track of what cards you have, and it shows you in comparison to what you can get, and it helps. It's really useful. So, and then he also wanted to know what happened, our thoughts were on the new announcement, which he now knows. So keep it up. All the best, Brindy on EU.
All right. So, go ahead, Squishy.
I was just going to ask if that's like the Hearthstone deck tracker.
It's not. It's different. What this does is it does go through all your cards and categorizes them. And what the nice thing is that Hearthstone has the ability for you to create an account with their website, and it will upload all your cards to the website so that you can keep track of your collection online. And then you can go in there and look and see what cards you have, which cards you're missing, and you can even have it look at the decks that you have available using the cards that you have in your decks. So it'll help you build decks. So it's a great tool for that, and it helps you figure out what decks you can make that are useful, or decks that are close to what you have if you craft one card or something like that. So it's really helpful. So, Esmo, while you said you were otherwise detained, I went ahead and filled in a Twitter.
I saw that. I'm excited because I saw this one and I thought, yeah, that's it. Twitter shout out goes out to Casey. Yeah, Casey did an awesome job last season. He says, I hit rank 15 in Hearthstone for the first time. Thanks, LOTI Podcast, for the sound advice. Awesome. Thanks, Casey, for tweeting at us. We really appreciate it. And he took my advice also and tweeted at me so I could see it. And I really appreciate that. Because it's weird the way Twitter works. I wish I could see, it's tough to see all the tweets that are at LOTI Podcast, or, I can go there and look at the LOTI Podcast. I could log in to the LOTI Podcast as LOTI Podcast and see them, but it's just so much easier if you add at XCMTB Gamer. I really appreciate it. So thank you, Casey, for the shout out. Thank you for listening, and rank 15.
Congrats. Yeah, you beat me last season.
That was
So there you
scary.
So Facebook shout out this week. Totally agree with this one. And I do play favorites in my classroom. I also play favorites with our listeners, and Shiny Rob is definitely one of my favorites. Shiny Rob, great guy, and he says, as a longtime Magic player, and that's Magic the Gathering, which is a tradable card game, he says, I've been through many changes. I want to assure you, the sky is not falling. Hearthstone will survive, and it'll get better. And I agree. I'm glad he said this, because I was feeling like, wow, this announcement, it's cool, everything's great, but then I heard that you weren't allowed to buy the adventure modes anymore after they go away. Shiny Rob, help me, please. I need counseling. Wow. And, it's crazy because you'd think, well, why is Espo sad? Like, why is he all upset? Because he has the adventures. He can play them. Guys, I'm in this, I equate it to my classroom. I want my students to enjoy art. I want them to enjoy life, things. I teach them how to do that. I want you guys, our listeners, new players, to enjoy what I enjoy, what I have a passion for. I have a passion for Naxxramas. I have a passion for Blackrock Mountain, League of Explorers. These adventure modes are awesome. And to know that you guys, if you're a new player and you won't be able to, yeah, like this is really like, I'm serious. I may need to go to counseling. Like this is, because I mean, honestly, I want our listeners, I want these new players to experience those awesome times I experienced when KT bounced up and swatted away my Doomsayer when I tried to lay it down and destroy the board against Baron Rivendare. You know, I mean, rage.
I'm sorry. Well, this week I did have a couple Patreon supporters I wanted to thank. Just a little bit different. I'm going to jump in some of the more recent ones. And I just kind of mention their first names because I don't have their actual user accounts yet, but except for a couple of them. But I want to thank Tover for supporting us. He's a recently joining us on Patreon. Also want to thank Kirk, Stefan, Johan, and Patrick, which is Avantes over at Hero Power. So we want to thank you guys for supporting this show. 'Cause without you guys, we can't keep this going all the time. We appreciate you doing that because that just helps us continue doing what we can do here on the show. So before Espo has a complete breakdown, I think we need to go ahead and wrap it up. So we appreciate all you guys hanging out with us in the chat. Thanks so much for all you guys do in many different ways and aspects of supporting us. And if you do want to support us, you can do that on patreon.com at patreon.com/Legend of the Innkeeper. And if you want to follow any of us on Twitter, you can do that at LOTI Podcast, or Squishy Dragon is at Squishy Dragon, DRAGON on Twitter. And Espo is at XCMTV Gamer. So if you also find the show notes on legendoftheinnkeeper.com. Thanks a lot, guys, for checking us out and listening, and I look forward to next week, see what we got coming out with these next pieces of news. Hopefully it won't be any worse than tonight. Right?
Yeah. Good job, team.
If it is, I think Espo's resigning.
Okay, then.
job,
Thanks
team.
a lot, guys.
All right.
Done.
Ugh. I'm sorry I ruined the show.
No,
You
you
did
didn't.
not.
Not at all.
I couldn't help it. I'm very passionate.
And see, that's good.
Uh,
So, good. We need someone passionate on here.
What are you saying?
what are you saying?
I don't know enough to be passionate yet. Passionate about dragons.
You are passionate about
I'm
dragons.
passionate about my card back. I want my own card back.
There you go. You'll get it. You'll get
I'll have to draw my own. Yep.
Well, that's
okay.
one thing you just draw your own, and that way they see it, and then they go, ooh, she can draw dragons.
Haha. Hire me.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. I am gonna currently try to catch up in Twitch, as I do every week. Thanks, Squishy. I needed that hug and pat on the head.
So I'm changing the title to Espo is in shock.
Shock and awe.
How to train your Espo?
Yes,
How
zero.
to devastate your Espo.
The soul is real. So I usually don't get like on tilt. I would consider myself on tilt right now. Like this doesn't happen to me. I don't go on tilt. Oh wow. Yeah, I was about to rage. Yes, it's not. Yeah.
Well, keep going. The title keeps changing every time you say something different. So.
The rage is real. I'm finally on tilt. I did it. You. Good job, Hearthstone. You finally tilted the Espo.
The untiltable. Espo the untiltable.
Yeah, I mean, I would never get affected, even when I played tournaments. nothing would faze me. I'd just be like, man, it's all about fun. It's all about fun. But I'll tell you what, you better not, and I say this in my classroom too, don't mess with my students. Don't mess with them. Do not mess with my new players and my listeners. Do not mess with them. I will come at you, Blizzard.
Wow.
Round 1.
What in the world? What are you doing? This can't be true. This
It's
cannot
true.
be true. The passion is real. I will come at you like a spider monkey, Blizzard. Do not do this to my
You need
listeners.
to be
Do
recording
not
this,
do
Dad.
this to my to my new players. Allow them to play Next Roundus.
No.
Allow them to play Blackrock Mountain. Allow them to play League of Explorers. What are you doing?
Dad,
Did
you
you
need to
say you were going to come at them like a spider monkey?
Like an orangutan or a gorilla. I will come at you, Team 5. I'm warning you now.
You need to be recording this, and we'll send it as a message to Blizzard.
Look, I'm getting all hot. I'm gonna have to take my shirt off. Oh,
Oh dear.
this cannot go on YouTube. No, I want it to go on YouTube. Entitle this "Come at You, Team 5." Do not enrage me.
I can't stop smiling. My cheeks hurt.
Oh goodness.
Well, the good
Okay.
thing is I am recording all this.
It's not like I like this game or anything. Like an orangutan, like a gorilla, like a spider monkey.
What's the most violent kind of monkey there is?
A howler monkey,
Rhesus.
a rhesus monkey.
Isn't that the one that's in Night at the Museum?
Ben Brode,
That's
I will come
Capuchin.
at you like a rhesus monkey.
Capuchin, that's right.
Poochin.
I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew. Ugh. That's it. This is me enraged.
He's getting his mugs out. Oh no.
Oh, come on. What are you thinking? I don't know. Someone help me here because I'm on the edge. I'm gonna sacrifice for all the new players, all the casual fun listeners that we have.
All
are
the
you
baby
doing?
golden tamarins.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my goodness.
They're like the new players. Little baby golden tamarin monkeys. We didn't open a card pack.
You're
Right.
right. You're right.
Wait.
Well, we can do that now.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well, unless you want to save it.
I don't know. How many people are still on?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing matters anymore.
Espo,
Okay,
would it help
so-
if I opened a card pack?
I think it would because you might get a legendary and that will make me happy.
Okay.
But let me just say that this cannot be real. I need to go ahead and just talk this out. So it's not set in stone that these adventure modes are going away forever.
Not forever.
It's
But
But
also
it
They
is
will
set in
probably
stone.
come
They
back.
are going away.
they
is
have
it-
to come back at some point. They can't just get rid of them forever.
is it said that they will be continuing to make adventure modes. They will keep doing this. So because I'm trying to see a good in this because more adventure modes will come out. Those are going to be fun. They'll be similar to Nexramus. They'll be similar to Blackrock Mountain and Elevex.
Eloy.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to talk myself down here. Okay.
Okay, well, while you're talking yourself down, she's
Yeah, I'm
going
gonna-
to open a pack.
I'm going to do some
I'll
yoga or something.
just watch it go in circles. The mesmerizing pack. Or is that going to drive you crazy even more?
Nah, you
Well,
got it.
it's so
Yeah.
jittery, we only see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything because my internet is, yeah.
Well, that's disappointing. Only one rare. Okay, Brave Archer.
Ooh, golden.
You're right. Lily Squire. Frigid Snowball, I guess?
Mhm.
Doubled?
Snowballed.
But there's no, well, I guess there's an N. Spellslinger and rare Healing Wave. I like the
Okay,
Brave
a
Archer.
bunch of dust in that pack.
Yeah, that's good
Hunter.
dust.
Trash it.
Dust your golden, your Brave Archer.
Please. Get rid of it.
Okay.
That's only 50.
Hey, that's 50.
It's true. I need the dust. Mage, I won't be doing... That's not dustable, is it?
The Spellslinger is awesome. You only get 5 dust for it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Save it.
Okay. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's Rogue. Keep that one.
Healing Wave, dust.
Poof. Gone. Ooh, look at all my dust. How'd I get that much? Because I bought a card pack and I thought I was empty. Okay,
Well, card packs are gold. Dust is for crafting. 2 different packages.
Right.
To choose
You're
from.
right.
What you're trying to get to is 1600, so you can actually create a legendary, or you could use it to create a couple epics or rare. Not what's it called? Espo. Blanked out.
Sorry,
No
I'm
idea.
tweeting at Play Hearthstone. Hold on.
Are you sure you should be doing that
no.
now?
Stop sharing your screen.
It's okay. It's okay.
There you go.
It's okay. I'm not. No one is getting threatened. I'm not going to jail. There are no
700 gold.
threats.
So I need. So either I can stop buying card packs, save up 700 gold, and get well, that's Blackrock Mountain. So which one were you saying? Naxxramas. That's one I'm gonna have to. Same
So
thing.
once you have 700 gold, you can purchase the first. Wing.
Oh man, he got Van Cleef. Nice. Very, very cool. Van Cleef is one of my favorite rogue legendaries. He is my favorite rogue legendary. I love Van Cleef.
Sad.
I hope I was family friendly. I got kind of excited there. I'm trying to keep it family friendly. Did I rage a little bit too much?
No, you're
No,
good.
they said thanks for keeping it family friendly.
Okay, I know, but I just want to make sure I always keep myself in check. Because
You're like, I don't even know what I said. It's
Yeah,
okay.
well-
Something about monkeys and orangutans.
I know I threatened Ben Bro. So
Well,
I may go to jail soon. So
You did it in the best way possible by just claiming you're going to sick a monkey on him.
No, I think I said I was gonna go at him like a spider monkey,
yeah.
or an
you did.
orangutan, or a gorilla.
Well, if you do go to jail, we'll make sure to bring you, like some cards and everything. So
Okay.
we'll bring you your box cards there.
Yeah.
We're going to bring you the Hearthstone collection minus Naxxramas.
Oh, that'll just make him mad.
I would just
No,
be
we're just depressed.
I will be an angry orangutan banging on the bars of the jail.
Don't anger the Espo.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, sorry to break the news to you, but
Maybe we should have eased him into it.
no doubt.
Should I tweet at Ben Brode? What's Ben Brode's tweeter?
BD Broad.
BD. There he is, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ben Brode. So
Yeah, you're gonna go at him like an orangutan.
well, it could happen.
Just
Ah,
wait,
jeez.
we're next. Picking us off one by one.
Did you guys hear our show last night? Here? You're killing me, Zero. Come on, man.
I don't care.
A eulogy of Dr. Boom. Nice.
Yes, I actually heard the eulogy prior to it even going live on your show. In fact,
Oh dear.
would you like to hear the eulogy?
I haven't heard it yet, so
Oh,
please.
I have it right here.
Anything to make me feel better. I need a lift. I need a.
Oh, you're gonna like this. You're
Okay,
gonna like
if it's and he's one of our listeners, so yeah, do it.
this. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. Come on.
All right, guys, I just tweeted it out at Play Hearthstone, so hopefully I'll get a response and yeah.
Why is my machine locking up? I don't see your tweet yet.
It's at Play Hearthstone, so.
Well, I'm looking at your account, and
Oh, yeah. That's what's weird about the Twitter. I don't know.
He likes to hack people's accounts. He hacked mine.
Like
earlier.
I'm looking at my own account right now, and it's not showing.
interesting.
I don't know how to use the Twitter.
It's your internet because it's on at Play Hearthstone either. Oh, come on.
Oh dear.
Okay, I'm going to force quit this guy, which is causing all my issues. Go away. There it is. Okay.
My Twitch channel is Squishy Dragon with is that the one with no N? Or no. Hang on, yeah, here. I'll just.
Can you hear this?
Awesome.
Nope.
Thank you, Michael. Michael just favorited my tweet. He liked it. Keep
don't hear
liking my Twitter.
You didn't hear that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then
Not a thing.
why didn't you hear that?
Yeah, Squishy Dragon with no O. That's what it is. Yeah, no problem. I am hungry.
You're not hearing that.
Nope.
Why aren't you hearing that?
Yeah, sorry I had to run out for caffeine. I could not stop yawning. I was like, I need caffeine now. So.
Awesome. All right, Unwin just retweeted. Excellent. Keep it going. Keep it going,
Sorry.
guys.
Okay,
The whole
I got
thing.
it fixed. Here you go. Hopefully it's not too loud. You hear that?
Nope.
I hear like a faint piano.
We are gathered here today to mourn the passing of our dear friend, a victim of standard format.
It's a little better. Still can't quite hear it.
It's really quiet.
He made our lives better. And who among us
That's better.
can forget his infectious laughter? Yes, my friends,
There. That's good.
we are gathered to celebrate the life of Dr. Boom, known to his friends and, yes, even his enemies, as Dr. Boom. I can only assume because he brought out a 1/1 Boombot on either side of him when played. And let's not forget to honor the Boombots at this time of grief either. Taken down along with their creator, never to be seen again. We're gonna miss your 1 to 4 damage, little buddies.
Oh.
But excuse me, I have become sidetracked from focusing on who we are here to lay to rest.
That's so depressing.
Dr. Boom, even though you died so easily to Big Game Hunter, you ensured our opponents had to waste a deck slot to carry one. And you always left behind Boombots to give us a chance for revenge. The chance to kill that punk 4/2 at the start of our next turn, and, RN Jesus willing, do another 8 damage to face at the start of our next turn. Dr. Boom, now that you are leaving us, what neutral 7-drop can replace you, huh? Baron Geddon? A Core Hound? Rend? Blackhand? We both know he's only of any use in a dragon deck. And then for health, I mean, come on. It can die to a 2-mana heroic strike. It's just not the same. So farewell, Dr. Boom. You'll always have a place in our hearts. And a place in every deck we make for wild mode. Calling Dr. Boom to the reception desk. Calling Dr. Boom. Alas. Adieu.
Oh, Dr. Boom. So sad.
That's like so depressing. It's depressing but hilarious. And it's
Yeah.
like, I hardly know the character, you know? It's like all the feels. Oh my goodness.
How funny.
That's
awesome.
That's awesome. And depressing and hysterical.
Yeah, so one of our mutual listeners recorded that for Hero Power. And he was
Yeah, it's good
excited
stuff.
about it, so he sent it to me the other day. He says, dude, guess what Hero Power is going to play tonight? This. And he emailed me to him. I was like, awesome.
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
He wrote
Yeah,
it. He wrote it
those are
himself.
good guys.
That's him. He recorded it. It's a great job.
Yeah. I'm going to record myself flipping out.
You'll just hear lots of crashing noises and occasional, monkey howls and
Go run around the farm and smash everything.
hey, your kids say you're Hulk for a reason.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna Hulk out. I do kind of feel bad. I said I'm gonna come at Ben Brode like a spider monkey. I said I was gonna come at Ben Brode, and then I said I was gonna come at Blizzard like a spider monkey.
A spider monkey in the blizzard? Or a blizzard of spider monkeys?
I don't know. It was a blizzard of spider monkeys.
It's a ball of spider monkeys.
Whew. Okay. Yeah. But oh my, good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay,
Lots
to answer Ariaman's question about Dr. Boom, listen to the show.
Yeah, you got to listen to the show, and you'll realize that I'm not enraged over the loss of Dr. Boom at all.
No.
I'm enraged for all of our listeners and new players that won't be able to play the old adventure modes. Whew.
Well, I
Okay.
believe she was not around to hear all of that, so that's
Well,
why
she
I
said she
say
was here
that.
for, I think, most of it. So.
Okay.
What a show. Oh my. Well, no, that part wasn't on the show, really. The real passion was after the show.
Yep.
Whew.
That needs to go in, like, outtakes.
That was, I guess, are apologies in order? I mean, did I really, I lost my head there.
Sorry.
Turned into a spider monkey. Oh, Ariana, you really did miss it. I went off the deep end. I threatened Team 5. I threatened Blizzard. Threatened Ben Brode. We got a little out of hand.
But it was hilarious, too, so, no worries.
Again, it's all in the passion I have for the new player. I want them to experience, what I've experienced and had fun with. So, oh no, they're taking Peg. Well, no, they aren't taking Peggle because Peggle's in the classic set. They're taking all of GG. But look, you gotta listen to the show. Listen to the show. Yes.
Ari, did you hear what cards are going away?
Send in the whole list.
When the whole list? Did you see? You missed that part?
Oh, that was depressing.
Okay, I'm going to paste 2 cards into chat
Oh,
that are
don't do that.
disappearing from the game.
That'll be upsetting. She'll go into Espo rage mode.
Are we ready for this?
She doesn't want to know.
Oh no! Oh
destroying
no!
life.
0! Oh my gosh! This is true. Yep. Hobgoblin, Ogre the Ogre, gone.
Gone.
Can't play with them anymore. Yeah, and actually, this is true. This is sad but true. Oh no, Tad Franks. We were gonna save that. We weren't gonna tell her that yet. Airy rage mode activated. Avanti's nose. I'm literally crying now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, don't cry, Ari.
So, just to give you a quick summary so we can pick you up off the ground. They're adding a new play mode. It's called Standard. And they are removing older expansions and adventures from the Standard mode. But you'll still be able to play everything in what's called Wild mode, which is what you play today. That's a rigor called Wild mode. And you'll have all those cards. You can still play them. It's just that the Standard mode, which will be the standard for playing in tournaments and BlizzCon and all that, you will only have the released expansions and adventures from the same year and the year before.
Why didn't you tell me that before? Because we thought it would be funny if you raged. I wouldn't be crying. Oh, I shouldn't be laughing. I'm so rude. I'm just rude tonight.
Hey,
She's already
everybody.
dusted all her cards.
What?
Just kidding. Those are.
Oh, okay. That would be horrible.
Zero.
It's okay. She doesn't play anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, I was already kind of sad, but no, in a real way though. I found out that one of the guys that
She says
was
you're crushing her dreams again, Espo.
a cyclist that I met when I first started racing in North Carolina. I met a BMX pro named Dave Mira. He was my age. He was actually a couple months older than me. And a really cool guy. He was a pro when I first started racing. And I met him in Charlotte at the X Games down there. And he actually died today, apparently in suicide. So I was already kind of sad. But I got over that because he did a lot of good stuff for cycling. Yeah, now it's like, what are they doing? Like, new players aren't going to be able to play next. Sir, this can't happen. I'm trying to convince myself that this is not going to happen. Like, why would they like say, hey, you're a new player? Well, guess what? There used to be this, great adventure mode next Rams. You could construct these cards. You can make them, but you can't play the adventure. Ha ha ha. Too bad. You lost out on some great fun. Go listen to Espo talk about how fun it was. What? No, they should be able to play it.
Well, I think they will be able to at some point. It's going to come back. They won't just say, okay, you're never getting that again. Because people will have heard other people talk about it, and they're going to say, wow, I really want to try that. So it's going to come back, and they'll make money off of it because everyone will buy it, So it's not like it's gone for good, because they can't just do that.
Now, Ari, real quickly, let me clarify something. If you've purchased the adventure, you can always play it, and if you've unlocked it. If you have not purchased the first wing, then you cannot, for the ones that have been retired, so to speak.
Yeah.
So if, like a situation right now, if Squishy goes out and gets the first wing of Naxxramas, then she can play that and open up all the cards and play with it.
So, in other words, she just needs to listen to the whole show.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wondering what I was talking about earlier, I said it like real fast. A guy that I met when I first started racing bicycles here in North Carolina, Dave Mira, he died today, and I was talking about that at dinner with my wife. But craziness. He was a good guy, really cool, huge advocate for bicycles, and he was at the X Games in Charlotte, and I met him, and he's been all around North Carolina. I raced mountain bikes, but he did a lot of the BMX stunt stuff, ramps, street.
Yeah, I know the name.
Yeah, he was big in the circuit. I mean, he was Cool guy. I mean, he could make that bike do stuff. Like he would whip that thing around like it was like a toothpick, like it was a wet towel. He would like work it around, and then I mean, he was a stud. But anyway, so was Nax Ramus. So I mean, you don't get to enjoy Dave Mira's tricks. You don't get to enjoy Nax Ramus's adventure mode. It's a sad day.
Yeah. Goodness. Poor Espo.
I'm having a bad day.
Go drink coffee.
Dude, I need like 18 cups of coffee.
Coffee makes everything better. Just a little bit.
It does. So yeah, I hope. I mean, it's my hope that this isn't true, that they will still have it available for people to enjoy. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Just trying to find the tweet. Actually,
I'm gonna make sure it's see me no more. Save Nax. I'll have my kids make posters.
Yep. That's it. That lamp, of course, is right behind me. Yep.
well, apparently, I think he did a question and answer as well, video, where he discussed a lot of the things too.
Ah.
Yes, the changes are going to come with the new expansion. We don't know what it's called. It hasn't been announced yet. All they've said is that it's expansion in spring of 2016.
It's called Squishy
Yeah.
Dragon Expansion.
And they did say it's going to
secret.
be a big expansion. See, you need to listen to the show. You did not listen to the entire show because that's what we've already told you here in the last couple of minutes. I mean, that's the entire show. So you weren't
Squishy
listening.
Dragon's Expansion. Unless it's Espo's expansion.
The one thing we did mention was You're the Kraken.
We did not, you're saying? Because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I was going to say.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention the constellations.
Espo, in Twitch chat, there's a link for an image. This is the image I was talking about with the decks.
Yeah.
Deck slots.
Okay, so it looks like what's happening is you go into your collection and okay, I want you to look at the decks with me.
Do you
Do you
see
see-
deck names?
Well, no, okay, so Pew Pew has a branch frame.
Oh.
Mhm. Yep.
I Like Turtles does not. The Light It Burns It does not. Get down, get down. Priestimus Maximus has a branch. Okay, so I think here's my theory. What's going to happen is you click on New Deck. It says, would you like this to be a wild deck or a standard deck? Wild decks have the frame that has the little branch on them because it's in the wild.
Oh, we got a key here. In the FAQ, it says, what happens to my existing decks once standard is introduced? It says your decks are entirely composed of cards that are allowed in standard format will become standard format decks. Any cards that contain wild format cards will be automatically converted to wild decks. They can be converted to standard decks by selecting and moving your mouse cursor over a deck's title bar, then choosing standard format. Any wild format cards in the deck will then be marked for replacement.
Yeah.
So you choose what type of deck it is while you're clicking the title.
Well, and that's with current decks when they do the switch. What I'm thinking is when you go to create a new deck, the easiest way, I think the most user-friendly way would be you click new deck. It says, is this going to be a wild deck or will this be a standard deck? That way, you'll have only those standard cards available to you.
Yes, and it does say that individual cards are not labeled by format, though there will be visual clues in the collection manager to let you know whether you're building a standard or wild deck. And there will be a filter in collection manager to display only standard format cards.
So, well, no, never mind.
Yeah.
And you can use your deck slots, the new deck slots, for either standard or wild decks. These extra deck slots become available after unlocking all 9 Hearthstone heroes.
And you can see that right here. If you look at the Pew Pew and you look at the Priestimus Maximus, those are what...
Do you have a link? You're pewing?
You told me to look at the picture, and I'm looking at the picture.
Is there more than just one? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Because the picture I had copied was just one section of it.
You said look at the picture. I'm looking at the picture.
Sorry. See,
you didn't want me to look at the picture and analyze it? I won't analyze it.
No, here's what I'm trying to say. On their website, they only showed the Pew Pew picture on their website. So when I thought I was sending a link to that, I didn't realize it was the full screen. They didn't have all that on the page. I see it now.
Yeah, so see it now as I talk about it.
Yes, look at that. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is
really
that means that means you can go ahead and have 18 wild decks, 18 standard decks. Yes. So Vastidius, you have your deck slots. Congratulations.
Too bad we didn't discover this before the show.
No, it's still the same thing now.
What?
You can't have 18 wild and 18 standard.
No.
You can have 9 standard or 9 wild, or 18 wild or 18 standard.
Dude, I'm going to have 16 wild and 2 standard.
Yeah, you can do that. Mix and match. But you can't have 18 of each.
Why not? No. You're right. You can't. But you're getting 9 more deck slots. In theory, you are.
But if I'm playing both modes, I would probably have 9 on each.
Choice, then.
So
that's where you're making a mistake, sir.
You could do, like 10 of one and 8 of another.
Yes.
I should have looked at this before the show.
Because what if you say, what if you did have 9 and 9 or 18 and 18 or whatever, and say, oh, I wish I had just one more slot for whichever. Well, now you can do however many. It doesn't have to be perfectly even, Like if you play more wild, but want to try the standard. So.
Thanks to Roshio. Thanix for the. Wait. Let me do the Avantes. Okay.
0.
Yeah, head shake.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that branch over that kind of frames the top and the side. I think that means that's a wild deck.
I agree.
Yeah, you know what, Harry?
You're right.
You're exactly right.
It's still good.
It is. Yep. You're still gonna fill it up. You're still. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been doing better.
Anyone seen? Is my tweet still craziness?
It hasn't gotten any attention whatsoever.
Oh, ouch.
You guys need to go like it,
I did.
retweet it.
I did.
If you liked it, you retweet. Let me check. I'm gonna check because I can see.
Yeah, we can tell you're checking because all of a sudden your audio went. Yep. See, Hero Power did it. I did it.
I just did it.
See Me No More did it. And Ariana did.
There we go. Okay. All right. You just started following me just now?
Hey, you just started following me too, so you have no excuse.
Wait, I'm following you? I didn't intend to do that. Wait. Oh, how funny. Twitter just evades me. I have no idea how to use it. How does this work? Okay, so that's... No, that's not. Zero, you're the man. Thank you. How do I do this? No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Did you know that there is a person on Twitter named Steve with the @Vastidius?
Really?
Whoa.
@Vastidius123. And they speak another language.
Wow, that's crazy.
Little bit.
You have a fake Espo.
That's a little bizarre. Why is this doing this
Do you
to
not?
me?
What's your Twitter, Dad?
LOTI podcast?
Or was that the only one you have?
No.
Oh, he has one in another language. He figured it out. Oh, there it is. It's him.
No, it's I believe it's Ingenious.
Oh, okay.
So you have a follower like I do?
Well, they're not following necessarily. I was searching for Vastidius to see if he had a Twitter account of Vastidius, and he didn't. But it came up with Vastidius Steve.
Oh, you know what? That actually might be me.
Why is it in another language?
No, that isn't me.
I was gonna say, how is that possible?
That's really weird.
You need to like message them or something. Be like, thanks for being a fan of the LOTI podcast, and they'll be like, what are you talking about?
No, they're not a fan of L2. They're a fan of Steve.
Well, it translated, and the interesting tweets he's sending out is, winning does not always mean being first. The victory, that is, when you become better than it was.
That's deep.
Yeah. You are my only one, be proud. They are so little.
What? I don't think that translated
I
correctly.
don't think it did either.
That's a little strange. I can't find my tweet. What's going on? Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, there we go.
Okay, how about this for the translation? Just
Sounds like a spider monkey.
just in your sweater, me warmer than on a beach in Miami.
That sounds just like you. That's
Sounds
it.
like him when he's
This is actually
exhausted.
quite entertaining. Well, the snow piled. Fourth time to dig the car, and it's not my car.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Wouldn't that be awful?
Thank you to Isabel for retweeting. Awesome. Isabel is smarter than a fifth grader. Well, we'll see. We shall see. She likes adventures, so maybe that's why she retweeted my tweet.
Are you stalking now, Espo?
No, I wanted to know who this person was, and she's talking about adventures, but I don't think it's adventures in Hearthstone. Oh, jeez. I don't know what's going on.
Spider monkeys.
Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
what's going on.
Okay, then.
All right.
Well, good job, team.
Yeah, good job. I need to play some Hearthstone or something.
Are you sure you should go near that right now?
I know, right?
You should try Guild Wars.
I can't do Guild Wars.
Why not?
It costs money.
It's free to play. It's free to play.
I got friends that play, and they want me to start playing, but I just don't even have the time for the games I like.
It's true.
What are you saying?
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's why Zero and I We are dream makers. We make the dreams happen. Oh my goodness! I'm amazed how tilted I got. I really got upset about that, and I don't even know that I should apologize anymore because it was legitimized, right? Like this is a real concern for new players. Will they get to enjoy Naxxramas? I don't know. I mean, they'll get to enjoy the cards, but this game is more than about collecting the cards and getting in tournaments. It's about having fun, and those adventures are fun, man. I want new players to have fun. I want them to enjoy what I've
Oh,
enjoyed.
here he goes again.
It's fun to just watch Espo. There you go.
Hey, check out the link I just put in Twitch chat.
PBS.
That's awesome.
That's funny. How I spend my money.
House done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's funny.
You need to post that in the Legend of the Innkeeper podcast, or I can. I don't post much.
What is this? Somebody did Happy Friends Day Thomas. And it has a picture of Hulk Espo. And then it has a bunch of pictures of my mom and my dad and my wife.
Is that the Happy Friend Day video from Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some weird thing for Friend Day or whatever.
Weird thing. I did it. Hey, come on now.
It showed all pictures of my family. Oh, and Rez. There's a random picture of Rez in there. All family and Rez. There we go.
He is family, right?
Rez is definitely an Espo. Definitely an Espo. Oh, jeez. Oh, there's an Ariadne. Ariadne made it. She made it in there. That's funny.
Ari and I had a lot of the same
neat.
pictures.
Yeah, that thing's kind of neat. Too bad it kind of has to do with bicycles, but whoa, hey, wow, that was loud. All right, sorry about that, guys.
I didn't even hear it.
Oh, good. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, Espo. Listen. Clearly.
I'm ready.
The next recording is going to be Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's kind of close to Tuesday, but
I work Tuesday.
it's around lunch.
No, you don't. Your new schedule starts next week. You told me that.
Oh, that's right. Because it's the 9th, right?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm gonna make sure right now.
I think Fastidious' head desk.
Why is my phone opening up Facebook?
Of its own free will, as his finger is drawn towards it.
That's right. Oh,
Well,
man.
that means I have less time to do my Hearthstone stuff.
I
I'll
can
have to
play
be
this.
on it.
I gotta play this Brawl again. All right.
Ugh. What day?
Hold on. I started brawling. I apologize.
Dad started bawling.
You a baller?
He's just ignoring you now.
All right. I can't look at my schedule. Hold on. I took a picture of it. Hold on. I gotta go back and find the picture.
It's on the counter, in the kitchen.
Dude, look at this giant piece of pizza I was eating.
Oh my goodness.
That is the most random thing ever. And where did you get that? Because I need some, now.
It's bigger than my head and my body. That was me at lunch one day.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Espo, find your schedule.
All right, hold on a second. I'm looking.
That was bright shiny thing, big time.
Oh, hey, look, this is what I painted on the front of my store.
Yes, I saw that. Now, Espo, find your schedule.
All right, hold on, I'm looking. That's not it. I
We're still
I
live,
work-
by the way.
Oh, jeez. Jeez. I apologize, guys. Oh man,
Oh,
I really.
I should say, by the way, it's back.
My
It's
baby.
it's healed.
Oh, cool. Good deal. Good deal.
Help us
All right. So I work the 7th, the 10th, and the 12th. So, because I asked them to cut me back a little bit because they were trying to kill me at work. So that means the 9th I have off. So we are recording on the 9th. And we should have probably mentioned that to people tonight.
Well, we can tweet it
jeez.
or whatnot.
I'm going to tweet it right now after I play this brawl.
When I was getting my car estimate done, it was around Christmas time, and the place I was at had a snowman set up in the office.
Yeah?
You can kind of see it. It's a coat rack.
It's the coat rack. They stuck a
I was going to say, is that a
snowman's
coat
head on the
rack?
top.
He's
There
like
you
a
go.
snowman. His arms are...
Oh, wait. It's a string
There
seat.
you go.
It was
And
funny.
that's how you do a snowman in Texas.
It was funny.
Snowmen's in Texas.
No snow this year, which was kind of sad, but maybe next year. No
So
snow where we were this year.
Turn 1, I upgraded my foam sword to a 3/3.
Good job.
Right? That was a good job,
Right.
dude.
Foam
I think
sword.
that's how you do it.
Foam swords for the win.
I'm going at Valera like a spider monkey.
Okay, I am shutting down the stream. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We went a little
Yeah.
extra bonus tilt.
I was just gonna say I apologize for getting a little extra crazy this there.
Extra crazy, extra fun.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Good show.
Okay,